Morning. Right, welcome back. Done one that's uploading at the moment. Another one to make up. These are how I paint simply. There's nothing complicated about what I do. I make it look as if there's a lot there by the way I use the Hake and other brushes, but essentially it's just putting paint on paper, on wet paper. And as it dries, the paper dries, you can get harder edges and more dry brush effects. All these things come with a bit of practice. And I know we say they're simple or how to do, but they are when you've done a lot of them. And you've got to put the work in, I'm afraid, until you become proficient. I remember somebody saying to me years ago when I had an exhibition, "Oh, I wish I had your talent." I bought some paints years ago and I tried to paint and it was a mess, so I gave up. Says it all really, doesn't it? And I say, well, it's taken me 40 years to do this rubbish, madam. You're not necessarily born with talent. Talent comes with practice, and there'll always be people better than you, but you'll never get anywhere if you don't actually put the time in and do the practice and learn to use these things. Now, this is 2-inch Hake, or it's 45mm Hake. Ron Ranson, a fabulous brush. He introduced this to the public when he discovered it many years ago, probably between 25 and 30 years ago, and wrote several books on it, which I've got. And I used it, and once I got used to the amount of water it holds, I got better at the paintings, and then what you're searching for are subjects to paint. I've got away from painting slavishly from photographs. It took me a while to do it, a long time, because you think, well, it's there, I'm going to have to put it into the painting. And that's where the problem starts. You can't put it all in, it's far too complicated, far too detailed. All the contrast you've got, not to mention the colours and all the detail, and you get fogged down. And Ron Ranson showed a way of doing tone studies in one colour, burnt umber, just leaving out all the details, just putting the essentials, the lights and darks. They're the most important things, lights and darks. And that's what he did. And I've done quite a few of them in the past on YouTube, so you'd have to hunt them down. But I'm just going to do a simple woodlandy country rural scene, which I sort of thing that I like with water. I'll leave the street scenes to those that do street scenes and are better at it than I would ever be. So here we go. Wet the paper all over, and this, as it dries, it will expand the paper, and then you can just clip it. It's Fabriano, £130, good paper for this. And when it expands, just reclip it. So that's it. Not over wet. You don't want it sopping wet, running down your board. Palette, lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. My 8 colours. You don't have to use them. You can use whatever colours you want. But what I would say is don't chop and change. Learn your colours, learn all the mixes they do, get proficient with them, work out a way of putting them on your palette so that you know where they are all the time. You could paint blindfold, or at least you could pick the colours out blindfold. I let these dry a little bit rather than throw them away when I finish painting. It's a very expensive way to work, and you can spray them with a bit of water before you start, so just give them a little bit of a soften and keep them fairly clean. That's it really. So, sky. I usually use a bit of a wash with raw sienna. Just unifies everything. And then we can put a bit of a sky. So let's have a bit of a cloudy sky for this one. A bit of Payne's grey and a bit of alizarin. That's a good sky cloud colour. Right, okay, so let's so there we are. That's quite a simple one, isn't it? I'll do that again, but with just a little darker bit of shadow. This is water, probably. Right, okay, so that's a start. Now I'm going to give that a bit of a dry. I'm not going to dry it thoroughly, but I just want to take the shine off the surface. Right, so take your headphones off, go. I'm making this up as I go along, so it's autumn, so let's get my burnt sienna going. It's darkening as we come to the put some shadow in the bushy area. But nice and dark with this. Watch out for rogue hairs sticking out. Get some air in it. And I'll put in some green. Just, oops, let's just reclip that. Got no special brush other than the hake. And we'll put in some nice autumny sienna on top of that. It's all very simple. Alright, let's get that green back in here. Okay, I'll leave some of this wet. I'm just going to bring that horizon down there with a bit of green. Leave some sparkle. And we can just put in some flicks with a fingernail. Look. Well, I'm being right-handed. Look. And I'll put in some bit of reflection there. I'll just make them dry. So a bit of sienna. Let's just get that in. Just put some of that up there. Okay. I'll strengthen that up in a minute when that dries. So I'm going to use a hake again. Let's just put in some very simple, using the sharp edge of the brush just to put in, oops, just the lightest of touches. Stay away from the riggers and the small brushes as long as you can. Just use them at the end, just a bit of detail that is sort of impossible with a hake. And we can just put a little bit of dark ivy going up here. And you can use this trick just to get rid of bits that you don't like, cover up. Look. Okay. Right, now the same over the other side. Let's just get in some okay. Let's get some ivy in these main ones here. Okay. That's just a little bit too insipid there, so we'll put a bit of a greeny, yellowy. Using the edge of the brush, a bit burnt under, I think. Now that's got a little bit wrong there because I didn't dry it, but I'm going to dry it now. Hold on. Okay, I'll go back over that in a minute. I just want to put in some this is where we'll have resource to the rigger, probably, in this tree that's gone wrong. It doesn't always work, but it's knowing how to get out of the problem. I'll just bury the base of those trees there. So I'm trying to make that now look as if it's catching the light from here. Right, we got, let's make bigger. So we're just I might put a bit of stipple on that as well to salvage something out of that. But when you do go a bit more, try not to overwork it too much because it will go muddy. What's that like on the screen? Let's have a little look. Well, actually, that's looking all right. I just need to dry that little bit there. And I'm going to just re-wet this bit here and just put in some of that sienna. Right, so there's a simple woodland scene, wetlands, woodland. We'll put in a bit of a stuff in here. Just a little bit of texture in this foreground here. Plenty of warmer colours in this foreground, and with the card I'm just going to just do a little bit of detail in there. Can do this sort of detail in here as well. But what I just want to, whoops, let's just take that bit of wet off there. Just want to get some of that reflection into here. Right, that'll do for that. Right, we'll just to show that that is land, bit of land, so we'll put a couple of pebbly bits and pieces, and then that'll do. Right, that's all I'm going to do for that little one. And probably that's all I'm going to do today, period. Grandfatherly duties today, to pick my grandson up from school. Later, going to have some lunch now. The second half of a lovely tin of cassoulet. Oh, marvellous. Let's get that over there, that's better. Put some there. Now this is a simple painting. It looks complicated because of all this sort of stuff, but it's just technique. It's just managing the brush, and when the paper's dry, it does these lovely. The paint just hits the high spots, and this isn't a particularly rough paper, but. It's having fun. It's having fun with the watercolours and relaxing, and don't be too anxious about how it's going to turn out. Just enjoy yourself, and then if it doesn't, turn it over and start on the other side. Right, I'll bring you round. I'll get a square on shot. So there we are, another wetland how to paint scene. So. It's got all the elements I like. It's got a bit of water, a bit of reflection, bit of lovely warm foreground here, a cool grey sky, autumn sky, and there you go. There's not much more I can say about it. I could have put some blue, but I made this up as I go, as I went along. I just started here and just followed the line across and tried not to overwork it, but I did there, as you can see. But anyway, you can give me that. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.